Talladega Super Speedway in Talladega, Alabama is the location for stop number 10 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. You want all-out racing and excitement? Talladega's got it. You want fast racing? Talladega's got it. And that's let's just make it short. Talladega's got all of the above. So we are here today for the running of the Winston 500. We go from 3 straight races on the short track to this one here on the second plate race on the tour. And here's starting line for today's running event. On the pole, it is Ryan Brommer at 194 miles per hour. The second season in a row I think it's the second time in 3 years he started from the pole here at Talladega, believe it or not. Then Winston 500. Starting second is Aiden Shepard in car 00. He starts alongside in row number 1. Row 2 is Chris Dallerton in car 23. In car number 4, it is William Brock alongside. Dallerton won this season at Texas. Third row, Johnny Gardner in 22. And number 9, Kat Batson starts on the outside of row 3. Row number 4, it's Kat's husband, Keith Batson, in car number 32. And car 74, it is James Henry. Going to row 5, Benjamin Miles in 14, the winner this season at Darlington, and Joshua Card, fresh off from a second place finish at Martinsville. 6th row, it's Trey Wright in 34, and number 44, Vince Almarego, his best finish is second at Texas. Next row down has Levi McIntyre in car 60, the winner this season at Richmond, and car number 62, Sky Cummins sits alongside the South Point Hotel Casino Chevy. Next row down has Theon Moon in car number 87 and car number 88, Jay Jefferson. He won the last time he was at Talladega in the Die Hard 500 last season. Next row down, Nathan Hudson, car 38 and car number 63. It is Diego Yepes alongside. Next row down, Benny Watson, who won the season at Rockingham, and Jesse Turner starts alongside, the winner this season at Martinsville. Next row down, Ashlyn Boyd in 18 and number 66, Elijah Gordon. Next row down has Cole Deaver in car number 3 and number 45. It is Mike Becker. Next row down has car number 12, Mitchell Collins. Usually good on the plate tracks here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. We'll see what he does at Talladega. Flanking him alongside will be car number 7, Zach Winkle. Next row down has Zachary Fitzwater, who won the season at Bristol, and number 39 and 57, Henry Sanford. Next row down, Joshua Osborne, former winner here at Talladega in 33, Jimmy John Chevy, and Gene Sanford in car 21, the Reese's Chevrolet. Next row down is Kyle Matthews in the GMAC Chevy car 24, and alongside of him will be Matt McIntyre in car 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac. Kyle won this season at 2 races this season, the Daytona 500 and the winner at Atlanta this season. Next row down has Rob Evans in car 8 and Jessica Shelton, winner this season at North Wilkesboro in car 17. Next row down has Quentin Moore in 89 and car number 1, Bobby Frazier. Next row down has car number 10, Simon Bloomfield in Nesquik Chevy, and alongside of him, Dylan Young in car 2, the AC Delco Chevy. Next row down has Carter Freese in car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac, and the Sonic Chevrolet car number 29 of Charles Sanford. And starting shotgun, if it will be car number 15, it is the Oakwood Homes Chevy of Eli Bright. He has 1 plate win in his career, the Daytona 500 in season 21. So far, we have 8 winners in the first 9 races of the season. Can we kind of continue the streak going, make it 9 out of 10? Well, we'll find out here in this race as this race goes on. At Talladega Super Speedway, pole speed for this event, 194 miles per hour. So they should be very, very fast in the draft on this racetrack without question. Plus, of course, there's always the possibility of the big one that can happen on this racetrack as well. We've seen crashes at Talladega before in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And it's kind of funny too in the series. We almost never have a caution at Daytona, but we always seem to have a caution now at Talladega. And we didn't have a caution at Talladega. Used to, but we'll see what happens here. In-car cameras today will be carried by Charles Sanford, Kyle Matthews, and Jessica Shelton. Those will be 3 will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event at Talladega. And here comes the command to fire the engines for the Winston 500.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
back at Talladega Superspeedway, as at Talladega, Alabama, as we are about ready to come off turn number 4 right now. 29 laps of racing is the order of the day on this 2.66 mile high bank tri-oval. 33 degrees of banking in the turns and 18 in the tri-oval. Pace got us off on the pit road, and of course the engine sound, of course, you notice will be a little bit different with the stricter plate sound, obviously, with the stricter plate package we have here today. Start finish line of this for Daytona will be right about here, I believe, but it's at the exit of pit road as it is at Talladega, which makes for some great finishes over the races here that we've had in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And the green flag is out, and boogity, let's go racing, boys and girls. Johnny Gardner jumping out to the lead right now. Keith Batts in the second position as they come off turn number 4. Things will get hairy here, so it already has. They're 3 wide, about 8-9 rows deep as they go through turns 3, as they come out to the start-finish line now. Johnny Gardner, the discount tire Dodge, leads the first lap at Talladega. Keith Batts in second position, and in third position now goes Levi McIntyre to win the season at Richmond. And somebody's on the apron of the track. That's the 10 car, Simon Bloomfield. And oh my gosh, this is going to be horrible if they come up the on the back stretch. There is the 10 car, Bloomfield. I don't know what he's doing on the right on the apron of the track here as they come down into turn number 3. When he gets back onto the track here, just about. Oh my gosh! And somebody's. What in the heck happened? It was Zach Winkle's car's apparently blown up, and just about caused a pileup happen on the just about caused a melee on the front stretch. And now it's knocked guys like Charles Sanford, Dylan Young, Eli Bright, and Bloomfield all out of contention. Unless we get a caution flag here. Meantime, Ashlyn Boyd was the leader for the moment here, but now Mitchell Consley said, I'll give you this on the plate tracks. He's usually up there, and he's the leader of the race right now. In car number 12, Joshua Osborne in second position now. In the third, trying for third is Kyle Matthews on the inside of Cole Deaver as they come to the tri-oval. And now Osborne going for the lead. A pair of black and red cars are side by side. Matthews picks his Chevy to the low side now. And Osborne makes his second lap of the race here. First lap was tied at 168 miles an hour. Second lap tied at 194. On board, Kyle Matthews' car in car number 24. Roof cam on the GMAC Chevy. And you can bet it's the same setup they had in the Daytona 500 when he won that race. An interesting note for Kyle Matthews, though, he has not finished out of the top 10 so far this season. 9 races so far, he's been top 10 all 9 times, including 2 wins at the Daytona 500, and he also won in Atlanta this season. His average finish, a staggering 4.13 in the first 9 races of the season. That's what we're talking about. Kyle Matthews, he has a 241-point lead now over Chris Thornton coming into Talladega. And that 9 for 9 actually could be in jeopardy here, because the way they things usually are at Talladega, because we usually have so much shuffling going on, you never know where you're going to finish. And look at this there, 4 wide, about almost 4 wide coming on the tri-oval here, and Almarego and Mike Becker kind of leaning on each other just a little bit. Carter Friesen led the last time by. He's got Bobby Frazier behind in second position now, and Gene Sanford's going to try for third spot. She's got it. Becker the fourth position, and now William Brock in the 4 car trying to go for fifth. I tell you, this is a whole lot better racing we've had at Talladega so far than we had in the Daytona 500, and the Daytona package was almost like nothing to ride home about, pretty much. Oh my gosh, 3 wide. What is it, about 10 rows deeper? About this is a. Oh my goodness, this is craziness here at Talladega. 4 wide into turn number 1. Collard right in the middle. Collard and Elisha Gordon both in the middle of Matt McIntyre and Palms on the backstretch. Collard is spotted on the backstretch here as they come out on the backstretch. And that is going to be a break for the yellow flag is going to fly here. And that was a break here for the guys who are way in the back of the pack, like Dylan Young, Eli Bright, Charles Sanford, and several others. And I think it was Simon Bloomfield. Those are the 4 that lost the draft because of Zach Winkle's problems. Which, by the way, Zach Winkle was not going to race because of a camshaft failure on his machine. And James Henry led him ball back to the line. But, boy, Joshua Collard, only with a dent in the side of the screen, he was lucky that Crash didn't take out several others. Because theoretically, that should have been the big one at the backstretch. But the well-laid plans of Mice and Men kind of didn't go, kind of went off stray on that one. Now watch what happens there. And far chase. No, we're going to go to the copper cam on this one. Collard and Elisha Gordon were leaning on each other, and then Carter Friesen got turned just a little bit. Friesen somehow, I think, got straightened out on this one. I think he did right there. And the whole pack's going to come right there. I mean, who is that? I don't know who that was right there. That's Jay Jefferson, who kind of tapped Collard just a little bit. And several cars slowing up. Shelton barely missed him. And all the cars behind Turner, Collins, Boyd, and Batson all had to slam on the brakes. And Keith Batson, yeah, he's going to get a piece of Collard right there. Yeah. But unbelievable. I mean, that theoretically should have been about a 10, maybe 15 car crash. And it was only a 1 car spin. Boy, that just baffles me. I mean, to be honest, the only other car that theoretically was involved was the car of Keith Batson. But my good, we're gonna see some in-car. We actually had an in-car camera in this whole deal right there. We're gonna ride with Jessica Shelton on this one and see how she missed that one. On board Jessica Shelton's car. I mean, she just barely backed off the accelerator and just floored the throttle and just went. Kyle Matthews' view. Well, and much like Shelton, he also barely get back off the gas. I mean, oh my goodness. Amazing, you know, a couple of guys just barely back off the throttle when the crash happened. It was basically, oh my gosh, that has got to be in the highlight reels. I mean, a car spins right in the middle of the pack, and only theoretically 2-3 cars get into the crash, and Carter Friesen really half spun, but he got bumped into somebody else and just kept himself pointed straight ahead. But that was a break for several of the drivers there. Collard stays on the lead lap though, but it was a break, as I said, for guys like Dylan Young, Simon Bloomfield, Charles Sanford, and Eli Bright, as they were able to catch back up to the pack, and now see if they can go for it now. It's the green flag flies again, and James Henry leads them down on lap number 12. We're back underway at Talladega as we are now 11 in the books and 18 to go. Average fast lap of the race there before that caution flag flew was by Matt McIntyre at 196.7 miles per hour. And they were slicing and dicing, having a really good time out there. Ryan Brommer to the inside of Aiden Shepard. Now Chris Dollerton now moves to the low side, the man who won at Texas this season. Dollerton way down to the low side here. Almarego and Diego Yepes way down on the bottom of the track. And now they're beginning to fan out here. Nathan Hudson to the low side. Here comes Almarego, Yepes, Matt McIntyre, Gene Samper, Rob Evans to the low side of the track. And now the shuffle is on here on the backstretch here as we're on the 13th lap. And here comes Nathan Hudson for the lead in car number 38. This is a Great Clips Toyota. And he's got the top spot now. And Nathan Hudson to the lead. And here comes Yepes to the low side. Nope, Matt McIntyre decides to stick this green Pontiac to the low side now. Who's going to lead this lap here between Hudson and McIntyre? That's going to be awfully close. I think Matt McIntyre did. Yes, he did. Matt McIntyre barely led that lap over Nathan Hudson at the start-finish line. I'll tell you, that would have been a heck of a finish. That would have been the finish of the race. But now Gene Samper now goes to the top spot. Now in car number 21. She's hardly even led her lap this season. And of course, for those you don't know, lead changes usually count only at the start-finish line. If the driver gets back to the line and goes back to the start-finish line, the leader. Benny Watson now has it for the moment, and it looks like he is going to lead this lap, I think, in car number 99 as they come to the start-finish line. Dion Moon's right there behind. Kyle Matthews back up there, and look who's come to dinner at 17 car. That Visine Chevy, that's Jessica Shelton. She's got the blue Visine car for this event. She's got a green car as well. I think she'll run sometime later this season. And that is a 2000 Monte Carlo she is driving. It's her Matthews' car, 2001. Riding with Jessica Shelton in car number 17. She's in second at the moment behind Matthews. Here she comes to the low side looking for the lead. She gets pushed back up the track now. Matthews will hold the lead for the moment. And now who's at the low side of Shelton? That's, I think, that's Joshua Osborne to the low side, number 33, as he takes second. And now going for the lead. Nope, scratch that and make that Zachary Fitzwater going for the lead in car number 99 and car 39. He takes the number 1 spot. But here comes Levi McIntyre in 60 with a full head of steam on the backstretch. He's got Sky Commons behind him. Henry Sanford in 57. Don't count him out yet. Henry Sanford's right there behind. Johnny Gardner in 22. He's right there. Levi's yet to win at Talladega in this series. And he would like to pull one off here today. He has won at Daytona before. That was in the 400 a couple seasons back. McIntyre led the last time by. Henry Sanford now takes the lead. And here comes number 22, Johnny Gardner. Gardner down the low side, but note Trey Wright and Bobby Frazier, 2 of the rookies in the field. They're not going for the lead. And now Bobby Frazier decides to make a 4 wide. He says, heck with this 3 wide stuff. I'm going 4 deep, and they're 4 deep, 2 rows deep. Oh, this is not going to end well. You got the inside line way down on the inside. Ashlyn Boyd now is in the middle of the pack, as is Gardner and many others. And they know they are closing up on 10 to go this time by. Actually they're close up on 10 to go. There's actually 12 to go now. Top 10 last time by separated by just 35 hundredths of a second. And look who's come back. Look who's come from the back to the front. Charles Sanford in car 29. He won this race last season in the Jeff Gordon colors. On board Charles Sanford's car. He's to the low side now of Mitchell Collins, and looks like Charles is going to lead his first lap of the race. Rear bumper cam. That's what it's like to ride in the back of those cars at 190 miles an hour. Eli Bright right behind him in car number 15, the man who won the Daytona 500 last season. Ryan Brommer's in the inside of the mix here. Elisha Gordon's in there in the Duraflame Dodge. And Ryan Brommer's on the low side of the track. That's not Ryan Brommer, that's James Henry, excuse me. Start finish line, 10 laps to go at Talladega. And 4 wide back there, Rob Evans, Jesse Turner, Kyle Matthews, Jessica Shelton. All on the high side of the track. Carter Friesen and Joshua Collard both with damage on their cars, or they completely lost the draft. Benjamin Miles out in front, car number 14. And upper problems on the front stretch. Sanford's around. James Henry's crashed. And caution number 2 is flown with a big one on the front stretch. Aiden Shepard's got some damage to his machine. Vince Almarego's involved. Ryan Brommer, Quentin Moore, Dion Moon's crashed. James Henry's crashed. Sky Commons has got some damage. I don't know if there's any damage to Matthews' car or not. I think he's clean. I'm not sure. But a crash happening on the front stretch with 10 laps to go has set up as what's going to be a mad dash to the checkers. I'll about guarantee you that it's going to be checkers or wreckers here in Talladega for sure. It looks like Simon Bloomfield was hit. I think Simon Bloomfield was leaning on Charles Sanford. Yep. Let's check the far chase view. That's the view that never lies. Okay, this is the view of Sky Commons' car. I think Bloomfield right there at the 10. He's going to get right into Gene Sanford. Yep, he's going to get into Gene Sanford's car. That's going to push him right into Charles. And that's going to turn Aiden Shepard. And from there on, it was here we go. Deaver spins right there. There's the Moore, Almarego, and several others. Kyle Matthews is going to. I think he's going to get lucky in this one. I think on this one, yeah, he is. Dion Moon, he spun as well in the 87. There's Brommer. Matthews got through it somehow. There's James Henry in 74. There's Rob Evans in the 8. And several top contenders getting through that crash show, including Jessica Shelton. There's Jefferson and Kat Batson. They all got through. Real-time view. Just proves that things happen so quick at over 190 miles an hour. On board with Kyle Matthews. He did get a slight little piece of the 44 of Vince Almarego, but I don't think it was anything serious at all here. Now from Charles Sanford's view. So two cars out of the race because of that crash. So that would be James Henry and Vince Almarego. We're out of the race because of that crash. So it happened off turn number 4. It's amazing some of the others didn't get. Some of the others that were involved in the crash didn't get knocked out of the race because of this, but. At any rate, though, we are down to 5. We'll be down to 5 laps to go in this race. When this race restarts, it'll be on lap number 25 of this 29-lap event here. We set the running order for it here. Benjamin Miles leads. Second is Joshua Osborne. Third is Keith Batson. Fourth right now is Diego Yepes. Fifth position is Chris Dalton. Sixth is Nathan Hudson. Gene Sanford's in 7th. 8th position right now is William Brock. 9th is Henry Sanford. 10th is Matt McIntyre. 11th right now is Aiden Shepard. Then Simon Bloomfield's 12th. Levi McIntyre's 13th. 14th is Mike Becker. Charles Sanford 15th. 16th is Bobby Frazier. 17th is Elijah Gordon. 18th is Zachary Fitzwater. 19th is Eli Brighton. And 20th is Mitchell Collins. The green flag is back out. And we are back underway. 5 laps to go in the Winston 500. Average speed, thanks to the 2 cautions, have slowed the average down to 125 miles per hour. Somebody was on the apron of the track. That's Mitchell Collins in number 12. He is on the apron of the track. He gets back onto the track. What is going on with these cars running around the apron all of a sudden? On, he's heading on the pit road. Mitchell Collins on the pit road, 65 miles an hour down pit road. That is a killer here at Talladega. And he's got a tire failure apparently on the number 12 Verizon Wireless Dodge. Meantime, Gene Stammer has the lead now with 4 to go. Here comes her brother Henry to the low side. No! Here comes 37. It's that's Matt McIntyre to the low side. He's going to try for position. He's got the other McIntyre, Levi, shoving him now. William Brock and Mike Becker on this mix as well. Three laps to go. William Brock out in front. Trying to go for the lead in car number 4. He's got it. Seventeen cars in this here. 17 cars in this mix right there. Any one of these can win it. Aiden Shepard holding up a big pack of cars right there. Jesse Turner to the low side now, coming out for 2 laps to go. Here comes Keith Batson, car number 32 to the low side. And they're 4 wide for 3rd. Fitzwater to 3rd. And here comes Jesse Turner to the low side. He's going for 2 in a row. He won at Martinsville. Jesse Turner to the low side now, looking for the lead. It'll be the white flag next time by. Here comes Ashlyn Boyd, Henry Sanford. They're all getting into it. Off the 4th turn they come. 3 wide for 2nd place here. Turner blocks low on the line. White flag is out. 1 to go. Here comes Henry Sanford to the low side. Henry Sanford looks over. He's coming up on a lap car of Elijah Gordon. Down the backstretch now. What are they going to do? Here comes Bobby Frazier to the low side. Car number 1. He's got the low side. Gene Sanford says, "Heck with this!" And she's gonna go for. She's gonna shoot the hole to the low side. Bobby Frazier, car number 1, the yellow transportation Dodge out in front. Here comes Gene Sanford to the low side as they come to the start-finish line. Will it be Frazier or Sanford? They're side by side to the line. At the line, it's going to be Gene Sanford winning at Talladega. Another exciting Talladega finish happening here, and Jean Sanford in car 21 gets her first ever win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And the second year in a row, the Sanfords have pulled out. Her brother Charles did it last season at Talladega, and now Jean wins it this season here at this racetrack. Second place goes to Bobby Frazier. Third to Nathan Hudson. Fourth, Ashlyn Boyd. Fifth, Henry Sanford. Sixth place will go to Matt McIntyre. Seventh will go to William Brock. Eighth to Joshua Osborne. Ninth position will go to Benjamin Miles. And 10th to Diego Yepes. Unbelievable finish that was here. Average speed 132.942 because of the yellow flags, obviously. Comment is pulling into the pit road. Obviously not the day he won it here today, but oh my gosh, what a race that was here at Talladega Super Speedway. I say we're going to look at that finish again. That was 600ths of a second at the start-finish line that Sanford won by over Frazier in a battle of the orange cars, Sanford in the Chevy and Frazier in the Dodge. And it looked like at this point, these two are going to come to the line just about dead even, but then Sanford got the draft off Hudson's car. Hudson tried to go to the inside. And right there was the margin. Right there was the finish at the start-finish line. And look at this. I mean, they were 4 wide coming to the line. That was for a think about fifth spot, which I believe Henry Sanford got in this 57 car. Oh my gosh, what a crazy finish that was at Talladega Super Speedway. Margin of victory, 63,000th of a second at the start-finish line. My goodness. I'm going to need a break, though, before I even start thinking about recording California. That was craziness. Anyway, Jean Sanford gets her first ever victory as she wins the Winston 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. Rest of the finishing over here, Jesse Turner comes home in 11th, Chris Dollerton 12th. 13th goes to Zachary Fitzwater, Mike Becker 14th, Eli Bright 15th, matching his car number. Keith Batson 16th, 17th, and Levi McIntyre. Johnny Gardner 18th, 19th, Trey Wright. Kat Batson 20th, Benny Watson 21st, Jessica Shelton 22nd. 23rd position will go to Jay Jefferson. 24th to Dylan Young. 25th to Kyle Matthews. The first finish he's had outside of the top 10 this season. But, hey, it's Talladega, though, for you. I mean, you, like I said, you never know where you're going to finish in this race, though. And so, that's how it usually is. But Matthews does come home 25th. 26th will be Aiden Shepard. 27th will be Charles Sanford. 28th will be Simon Bluefield. 29th, Carter Friesen. And 30th will be Cole Deaver. I think the reason why the second bunch got held up from 18th on back, they got held up by Aiden Shepard, who was the damaged up car, and he pretty much robbed everybody else of the shot of the victory on that one. So, but if you're on the lead lap, though, you kind of got to go for it. That's usually how it is. But anyway, 31st, Joshua Collard. 32nd will go to Dion Moon. Sky Commons, 33rd. Ryan Brommer, 34th. Quentin Moore, 35th. Rob Evans, 36th. And Mitchell Collins was the last car on the lead lap in 37th. He almost got lapped on the final lap, but not quite. Elisha Gordon, the last car to finish, he was a lap down in 38th. Anyway, James Henry, Vince Almerego, and Zach Winkle were the 3 cars that finished out of the race because of a crash. Actually, 2 of them went out of the race because of a crash. In the case of Zach Winkle, he finished out of the race because of a camshaft failure happening way back on lap number 3 of the event. So that will do it today at Talladega Super Speedway. Jean Sanford gets her first victory of the season, and Talladega produces yet another first-time winner. Kind of crazy that happened in their last race in Latoria. It was last time it was at Talladega. It was Jay Jefferson that got his first win, and now Jean Sanford gets her first victory in her career, coming here where else? Talladega Super Speedway. something about Talladega and surprise winners. I will say that for sure. So anyway, that will do it today at Talladega Super Speedway. California is next on the tour for the Auto Club 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA sets goal desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out the Last Month's Live Series, of course, like Truck Series, Pizza X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. And also check out the Skittle Super Speedway Series as well. It's all on this channel, as well as Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro Series, all available on this channel as well, and coming soon to the NNSCRA as of the recording of this video. The NNSCRA Darcel Cup Series video that will be done by Seth Cole himself, and of course for Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup Series, and also from the NNSCRA. Be sure to subscribe to his channel, ThrashManiac99, to be a part of that series as well. So under the best off-road series are under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out. So that will do it today at Talladega Super Speedway. And congratulations again to Gene Sanford, the winner of the Winston 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. And for now, James Walsh, been production of the NNSCRA. Off-road racing at its best. We will see you at California.